Great spoiler, or great spoils, not great spoilers. Hey, have you guys seen Spider-Man Far From Home yet? I've got some great No, I haven't actually seen it yet. Nobody spoil it in chat. I will ban everybody. Not just you, I'll ban everybody. Let's see. Rumors are that great spoils are waiting behind the walls of Roajan, waiting to be conquered by any daring raider with enough grit and ambition. Sounds good. Let's go raid the Bretons for great glory. My prisoner escaped from her cell. Apparently very shortly after she was captured from Wales. She probably just snuck off the boat or something. Outside help from one of the guards. Maybe. I don't know. Queen of Brittany. Yeah, I don't know that we could really stand up to that size of a defensive force right now. We do have the prestige we need for our current goal, though. Alright, is there any way we could be useful in this war? Are we even in the war? Okay, I guess there's probably two separate wars going on and we're part of one of them. Oh yeah, there's like... The King of Denmark is just always getting himself into hot water. What a zany character. We'll try to unite with his army and see what we can do. Arrange betrothal. Is this my daughter who's the wolf warrior? Yes, it is. The depressed wolf warrior. He wants to arrange a betrothal to his... Let's see. Second oldest son? Okay. I'll accept that. Let's see what kind of kid this is. So he's haughty, brooding, and playful. So we're not betrothing her to a total asshole. He's a little highfalutin, he's a little dramatic, he's kind of like a middle-class suburban emo kid. But you know, he at least has a playful spirit, so he's not a total bummer to be around. Let's see. Haralder has somehow summoned the courage to challenge you. Why are all of my cousins trying to... I mean, they probably want to be king, is the answer. You're my heir, though. All you have to do is wait for me to die. I'm a berserker. Like, one of these days, I'm gonna get myself killed in battle and go to Valhalla. That's all I ever wanted. Why do you have to make this complicated? Now you're gonna die. Like, that's what's gonna happen, is now you're gonna die. You could have just been patient. You could have just been patient, Haralder. It was only a matter of time. The Jarls supported your succession as king upon my passing. Like, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed, is all I'm saying here. It's still dawn when you meet Haralder on the small islet chosen for the Holmgang. Yep, okay. Battle is finally joined. With a mighty blow from your axe, you split your opponent's shield in half. Without a shield to hide behind, Haralder desperately swings his axe at your face. Though you quickly pull away, you can feel blood trickling down your face. Okay, so all that for a drop of blood. Annoyed, you charge at Haralder and inflict several wounds before he yields. Alright. So he's mangled, he's severely injured. I don't know what he was trying to prove. Let's check in on chat. Mecha Reaper says throwing roof tiles and using sheep as melee weapons. Yeah, that's a historically accurate Welsh defensive tactic. Sieging castles is hard, yo, says Hamhoff. It really is. It's very much defender's advantage. Let's see. Ben Marshall says, do you ever play CK2 with mods? I haven't. Other than the Game of Thrones mod, I haven't played a lot of mods. I messed around with the Historical Immersion project a long time ago. Like, I want to say, like, Sons of Abraham a long time ago. So I should probably check back in on it. Mostly large overhaul mods. Yeah, that would be interesting. If you guys have a mod, Twitch viewers, or if you're watching this on YouTube later and you have a mod you would particularly like me to check out, let me know in the comments. Ben Marshall says Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Bye. All right, banning everybody. That's the sound of me banning everybody. Okay. Let's see. Hamhoff says the obvious next step is to turn all their wives into your concubines. Mecha Reaper says sometimes it doesn't work out there. What about Prince Charles? I might have seen that too late to remember what happened with it. Oh, with waiting to become king. Yeah. Well, it's the 960s. We don't have modern medical technology, and I'm a berserker. So I don't think King Tryggva is gonna live to a Lizzie 2 age. But we'll see. That would be kind of remarkable if he did. And he'd probably be bummed out. He'd be one of those old guys from every Viking movie who is lamenting the fact that he didn't get to go to Valhalla with his friends. Hey! And he died of his wounds. So... Again, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. Your stats kind of sucked. I mean, I guess maybe I'm not so disappointed. Let's see. So Tosta is our new heir. He's an 18-year-old cousin. He is currently the chief of Firdafylki, and he has very high intrigue, and his other stats kind of suck. Let's see if there's a better option. Usually sort by diplomacy first. Man, we just have a lot of shitty choices here. Yeah, I mean, I guess we want to pick the guy who's the best warrior. So, Tosta, you're up. Hopefully I can raise a child that's not as much of a disappointment before time is up. Let's see. Margaretta's getting a little bit old. Let's see. Let's get some concubines going here. Let's see if we can get some better heirs. Search all. Load filter. Women not married, my religion group, and in Diplo range. Any geniuses? 33. She doesn't want to join our court. Or 8. I'll probably be dead before she reaches the age of majority. Let's see. How about quick? Let's see. Quick and attractive and 16 years old. And the chief of Tartu is just like, yeah, sure, whatever. I don't even like her. He's intimidated by her beauty, probably. Quick, attractive, and syphilis, or lover's pox. It's not syphilis because we haven't discovered the new world yet. That's what we call a bait and switch right there. That's yeah, we don't want that. Spy master. Yep, just all these Finno-Ugric chieftains and Slavic chieftains just willing to give up their really good courtiers as concubines to a famous Viking, which I guess makes sense. Let's see, do we have any other attractive... did we already ask her? Yeah, I think we already asked her. Sure. No, okay, that guy has... Alright, that's fine. We have two 16-year-old concubines, that'll be fine. Sigurd Hafdonsson has been chosen by the Jarls as our heir. Okay. Let's see. Duke of Bad Decision says, after the end is my favorite full overhaul mod. I'm excited for the upcoming update. Warhammer Geheimnisnacht is also good. I have a confession to make, and that's that I really, other than Game of Thrones, I really don't think CK2 does fantasy mods that well. Like, if I was going to play a Warhammer strategy game, I'd kind of rather play Total War Warhammer. I just think it's a better fit for Warhammer than CK2 is. I mean, a big part of it is they're like all the ways that modders have come up with, and I commend them for trying. But all the ways they've come up with so far to model multiple races and like the weird like breeding rules inherent to having multiple races in a CK2 mod, that like they're very hacky and they just don't quite work right yet. And I don't necessarily think that that's a fault of the modders. I think that's just that CK2 is not set up to handle it well. So they always have to cheat and do like these weird sideways approaches to the problem. Let's see. Ben Marshall says give CK2 Plus a look, or When the World Made Sense, or When the World Stopped Making Sense, I think you mean. That's an interesting one because that does cover a time period I'm a big fan of. Probably my favorite time period, actually. Let's see. Yeah, After the End deals with post-apocalyptic United States. I'm familiar with that one, I just haven't played it yet. It does look very cool. You can play as a tribe worshipping Mickey Mouse or Native Americans. Yeah. Let's see. Overhauling Native American religion stuff and moving Rust cultists. Talking about the After the End update in chat here. Anyway. So, let's see if we can help our friends here. Let's go back to the game screen. Blessings upon you in your house. I'm gonna send you the valuable courtiers. Alright, where are you guys headed? Ingrid seems to be developing a devious and manipulative streak. So I can make her cruel, or I can give her a chance of deceitful. Let's make her cruel, so she's going to be cruel and resentful. Ingrid could use some guidance in some of my experienced eras. Yeah, let's make us rivals. Make her ambitious and make us rivals, because she hates me for forcing her to join a warrior cult. What can I possibly do to endear King Haralder to me? Well, I don't know. Help him fight his fucking wars, which is what we're already doing. Let's teach him how to deal with his enemies, because he doesn't really seem to have a good grasp on that. He seems to just continually get himself into bullshit wars. Oh, he claimed he would have preferred if I limited myself to a simple letter wishing him good health. What a dick. We're gonna have to challenge this guy to a homegoing just because he's being such a dick. Watch, he's not even gonna help us when we're about to get ganked, is he? Okay. Don't back out of this battle. I will cut you. Let's make sure we have our best available commanders leading flanks. Let's see. Holy Warrior, awesome. Hlovdir, he's a flanker. Okay, cool. So that's pretty optimal. He's also a berserker. So we got 2 berserkers. We should win this battle. I think we have better than even odds of winning this battle. Oh, except his shitty commanders overruled our good commanders on the flanks, and now it's just up to us in the center. So this is what happened. Let me tell you a story. Let's go into Loresworn story mode. So we show up in Galindia. We have these just amazeballs Viking commanders. One of them's a berserker. One of them's like a holy warrior of Odin that like they're ready to fuck some shit up. They get to the battle first. The Danes come up behind us and are like, yeah, you guys are doing great, but we have these 2 morons that are very self-important, and they're gonna have a hissy fit if they don't get to lead a flank. So we're gonna need to relieve your amazeballs Viking commanders of their command. And then what happens? Those 2 flanks just get completely demolished because they're being led by incompetent, like, pampered assholes. And now it's just Haralder in the center, or Tryggva in the center, like, what the fuck just happened? I'm getting flanked from both sides. One of these flanks did not even have a commander, and you still lost. What is going on here? This is some bullshit. Let's see if he can hold them off. I believe one of your vassals can be discouraged from associating with conspiratorial factions if the proper leverage is obtained. How do you wish to proceed? Let's ask politely. Why not? Watch, we're still gonna win this mofo. We're still gonna win this mofo. Look at that. Look at that. With both of the flanks collapsing. They could have totally encircled us. Don't speak to me. Okay, Icelandic revolt. What's going on here? Reykjavik is just revolting from the rest of Iceland, and it's just drama that we don't have time for right now. Here we go. We lost way more men than we should have there because of his incompetent commanders, but we at least won the battle. Single-handedly, while being flanked from two sides. Man, okay. Let's see. Mech Reaper says, not to mention Warhammer is a tactics game franchise, and the lore is all about constant warfare, so Total War makes more sense on that front. Yeah, there's not a lot of... I mean, there is some, but politicking has never really been the point of Warhammer. Especially dynastic politicking. I mean, you can summon the elector counts all you want, but it's not really a political game. Let's see. Total War doesn't really allow you to be at peace for any meaningful amount of time. Fits perfectly. I agree. Ben Marshall says Warhammer is one of those lores I just can't get into, like most of the sci-fi fantasy stuff. Yeah, it's deliberately ridiculous. It's like junk food fantasy. It's like that one power metal band that you listen to that, like, their lyrics don't make any sense, but let's see. Let's let them have their fun, and let's get the fuck out of here if we can. Yeah, we're just gonna park some boats on the Vistula, and we're gonna peace out of here. We've done more than what you could reasonably ask of us. No, on to the boats is what I'm asking you to do. Okay, cool. We're gonna head home. Lick our wounds, see about maybe if we could re-raise some levies. 63 Huskarls survived. We might as well raise our vassal levies. What's the harm in it? And then we'll try to get... Iceland is still in too much chaos to provide any kind of meaningful troop bonus to us. Be nice if we got to fight one of our own wars here for once. Bishop Malcolm, you are our next sacrifice to Odin. Thank you for making your way all the way here, so we didn't have to chase you down and drag you out of a church. Mech Reaper says the thing about Warhammer 40k or fantasy is that the lore is supposed to be as over the top and crazy as possible, so it's not for everyone. Yeah, exactly. Like, a lot of sci-fi or fantasy is supposed to be cerebral. I think the idea with Warhammer has always been, how can we take this idea to the most ludicrous extreme we can think of? Duke of Bad Decisions talking about that epic battle. All of the enemy is descending on our center at once. Then it's an even fight. Let's see. Ben Marshall says there's a couple fans of Warhammer in Mordred's Discord. Just a few days ago we discussed it. Basically came to that. There's a Warhammer Fantasy CK2 quest on the Space Battles forum. Says Hamhoff that I don't remember the name of, where they play as the Count of Ostland. It was all kinds of awesome until we ended up spending 80 turns at however many real-life years trying and ultimately succeeding because, holy shit, those dice... A fallen dwarf hold. To take a fallen dwarf hold. That does sound interesting. But yeah, I like Warhammer for what it is. I don't take it super seriously, and I don't think you're supposed to. Alright, the Danes have actually put together what seems to be a fairly sizable army down there. Botulfer, why do you keep Why do you keep showing up like, hey, I'm gonna lead a flank, and you just suck at it? Okay. These 37 guys, they always report to the front, and then we forget that we own this, and then somehow they don't die. Alright, let's march. Let's march with our Danish kinsmen. Let's see. I'm sure that if I use the influence I hold over my tribes to increase his standing, King Harald II will come to appreciate me more. Well, we don't have a lot of prestige to spare, so we're just gonna say, hey, you know, he's not the worst guy ever. Hey, and he warmed up to me. Like, oh, I'm not the worst guy ever? That's so nice of you. That's like the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. Now these guys are screwed. Yeah, we're gonna stay somewhere that we can retreat quickly if we need to. The band of highway robbers has become more and more audacious, plundering more towns and settlements every day. Marshal Hrafen has proposed to lead an attack personally to eradicate from the province. We'll give him more soldiers. War to revoke Bergenholm on Circular of Pomerania. This looks like a Gavelkind split, probably. Yeah. His realm is called Pomerania, but he's a Norseman that is probably of the same dynasty. Gormson. Is that like Gorm the Old? Okay. So this is Harald Bluetooth's dynasty. This guy is a nephew of Harald Bluetooth, I want to say. Gorm. Or was Harald Bluetooth never born in this timeline? No, that doesn't make any sense. Where is Harald Bluetooth? Let's see. Okay, there he is. Okay, so this is Vola. Okay, so it is what I thought. It's just weird the way that they've set up the dynasties to have janky cadet branches that only exist at the start date. Similar to what they do with the Sons of Ragnar. There's a Knitling dynasty, which is Sons of Gorm the Old, and there's also a Gormson dynasty that is also Sons of Gorm the Old, that are just scripted to be different dynasties. So Denmark is in the middle of a Gavelkind civil war while all this other shit is going on, and we're just here soaking up prestige, maybe getting some loot. Ingrid, who is my rival, who hates me for making her be a wolf warrior, she's become a flamboyant schemer. She's probably going to start trying to kill me. She's probably going to fail. Do I have 2 daughters named Ingrid? How did that happen? Was I not paying attention? Oh no, this is the same one. Her portrait hadn't changed when this event popped up. Yeah, we'll make sturdy. Personal combat skill. Yeah, sure. Let's have her be sturdy. We need a new commander. We always have a good supply of them. Defenders of Marienburg tribe are messing with our shit. Okay, we're gonna park our boats here so we can get the hell out of here if we need to. I don't even know what's going on anymore. Oh, shit. I had the game unpaused and I almost didn't get out alive. Oh, well, I might not get out alive after all. Okay, yeah, that didn't need to happen. That was dumb miss micro on my part. Luckily my rule is secure enough that losing all of these men has not, like, spurred any factions to gain influence. 56. We still end up having some portion of our Huskarls survive. Meanwhile, the Danes are just over here effing around, not really helping us out. Ben Marshall says, what's your favorite sci-fi, if you got any, TJ? I think that... I did get into the Ian Banks Culture series on the recommendation of Wiz, who is the former game director of Stellaris and current game director of Redacted, which I don't think is Victoria 3. I think Victoria 3 is a different Redacted. I think Victoria 3 is the Redacted that Chris King is working on. I don't know what Wiz is working on. It could be a completely new grand strategy game. It could not be strategy related at all, though I assume it's probably going to be strategy related because it's Wiz. But yeah, the Culture series, Player of Games in particular, was excellent. That's probably the coolest new sci-fi I've discovered. If we're talking about all-time favorite sci-fi, that's a really tough question. I tend to like kind of, I guess, space western. I mean, stuff like Firefly. Everyone keeps telling me I need to watch The Expanse. I still haven't watched The Expanse. I don't have a good excuse. Anyway, Denmark lost. We need to subjugate the Swedes. Force vassalization is probably going to be our best CB. So we just need to make sure that we have the troops to do it. So he has 3.4k personal troops, and he can call up about 8,500 from his vassals. He also has a very large retinue, so he's currently quite a bit stronger than us. We do need a spy master, who hopefully doesn't hate us. This is our concubine? Why does she hate us so much? Personal diplomacy, zealous, religious differences. Tell you what. We're gonna make you a Drotseti, and we're gonna give you some gold to not hate us anymore. Thank you for reminding me of my duties and obligations. Well, you're welcome. That's our job, after all. Let me see what time it is. I completely lost track of time because we had so much drama with the stream crashing. My workarounds seem to work, so I guess the key takeaway here is don't ever run CK2 on this computer. And really? You're still fighting dumb wars with Slavic tribesmen? Denmark's not even gonna exist, bro. Maybe we should... Can we vassalize him? We have a non-aggression pact because of some sort of dynastic bond, I think. Yeah, that war's going really poorly for you, isn't it? Mieszko. We could kick his ass. As long as we're not getting involved in your other wars, we'll take the free prestige. Why not? Let's go pick up the Scots. They always need a ride to the battle. These guys will hopefully not get stack wiped again. Ben Marshall says he heard good things about the Culture series, and I heard so many things about Wiz being the former director of Stellaris. When did that happen? It was last year. I want to say like middle of last year. Or like maybe end of last year. Ben Marshall says I came up to Season 2, Episode 4 or 5 of The Expanse and gave up. Kind of turned into heroic gung-ho stuff for one of the characters they added, but I heard if it gets better at some point, I'll take a look at it again, perhaps. You're the first person I've heard say that, actually. Almost everyone who has told me I need to watch The Expanse says it's like the god's gift to science fiction. And I'm not saying it's not. I haven't watched it, so I don't mean to, like, cast doubt upon you. But it is one of those things where so many people have been bugging me to watch it for so long that, like, it has, like, a weird counter effect of, like, making me less want to watch it.